Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Episode 7. Episode 7 of the test. We're almost close to the end of the season. Man, I think like 1 or 2 more episodes left. Actually, we have 1 more episode left. Then that's it, man. That's it. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I learned a lot, not just about cricket. Well, I've learned a lot more about cricket. Also, I've learned more about the Australian team and England team, Indian team, and all the other teams that they played. But without further ado, man, let's go and get started. Let's go and get started with episode 7. So, the Ashes. As you guys know, probably the biggest rivalries in cricket between Australia and Britain. The Ashes, man. The Ashes. Looking forward to it. They haven't really know too much about it, but this has been going on for like years, with capital Y underlined bolded for like years and years and years. The Ashes, big rivalry between England and Australia, and very good, very good. I'll get some more into it later on, but I got my notes, so I'm just going down the list, and I do want to start with something funny. I thought British people say mates a lot. What up, mate? What's up, mate? Gotcha. Yeah, anyway, the amount of times the Australians say mate, oh my gosh, they say mate. Good day, mate. They say mate at like every sentence. It's either what's up, mate, or good day, mate, or afternoon, mate. And mate, he's just crazy. Like that's mate right here. I don't know. That's probably Australian, probably it's not a country. I don't know. Anyway, the amount of times Australians say mate, oh my god, it's like me saying bro, dude, pal. I say dude a lot. What up, dude? Or what up, bro? Like, I'm like, my gosh, but I'm guessing mate is how we say bro, dude over here. But I thought it was pretty funny because they were saying mate a lot, especially the Langler, Justin Langer. Golly. Anyway, let's go and get to it, man. Australian great. Steve Ward. He joined a coaching setup, and I know I said this in the last episode about having ex players joining the setup. If they're ready, if they're good enough, then yeah, I would do it. Because you always want to get the best, to help you in the coaching staff. And not all players turn into great coaches, just like you see in the NBA and all of that. In NFL and other sports, not all players turn into great coaches. Some do, but the Australian team, like they do sometimes bring in ex great Australian players, help them out, give them the tips, pointers, and all of that, and it works, man. Most of the time, it does work. I mean, you bring in Steve Ward. I mean, one of the greatest Australian players of all time, you could say. So it's really very cool to see, very interesting to see. Really happy about that. Oh, so you guys know the guy cut. I think they have 20. I think they got cut the squad down to like 17 players. So the guy cut the squad down for the Ashes. What a game between the players, who all compete for spots. Like you gotta be ruthless, man. You know what I mean? You have to be ruthless. It's hard. I know because you want to keep all the players, but at the same time, you gotta go with the best. You gotta go with the best players who are going to help you win. You know what I mean? And it's like that in every sport. You always got the preseason or the friendly games, or if players aren't good enough, you got to go. You know what I mean? They have to go. And it sucks because you don't ever want to tell nobody, we can't take you, or we're gonna go with somebody else instead of you. But I mean, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. So it sucks, but it's coaching, man. Coaching, you gotta be ruthless. Gotta be ruthless. And then I think he mentioned to one of the guys, I think it was either Travis Head or Siddle. You gotta stay ready, I think a lot of these guys, especially when you're not playing every game, every test, every match, whatever, you gotta stay ready. And it's like that in any sport, I mean, basketball, you're probably the last guy on the bench. You probably sit at the end of the bench, but when your number's called, you gotta get ready. And American football, backup quarterback. you're barely gonna touch the field. But when the starting quarterback gets hurt, you gotta step up. You gotta get it done. You gotta get it done. In any sport, you know, any team, organized sport, if you're not playing a lot, you always gotta stay ready. So that comes with preparation, practicing, and most important, just being a great teammate. Being that focal point for your team, encouraging them, be inspiring. Always being a positive voice in your head, and every team needs it. Every team, like I said, not everybody's going to play, but having those one or two players who are supportive, you know, they they're always gonna be positive. They always want to be happy. Yeah, they're not playing, but you can see in the practice and all that they're constantly staying ready, and being happy and all that. So it's really so I thought that was pretty interesting. Now we get to the Ashes. So they're at Edge Basket. And my God, I know the Australians haven't really won in that field. Spoiler alert, they do win the Edge Basket. Now I'll get to that, but the fans, oh my gosh. British fans they don't they don't give a fuck. British fans do not care. They do not care at all, man. I'm watching it. I'm like, they're just abusive, yelling at them. They was making like cheetah, 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 like cheetah, like I mean, fair point. I mean, Steve Smith, they did cheat the game, but I mean, like it was constant abuse. Like it's not just it's abuse. Like it's verbal abuse they are throwing towards the Australians, man. Um, that was just crazy. I mean, I'm sitting there like I sat there like shit. Like I'm like, God dang. But they ain't care, bro. They ain't aggressive. Then at one point, it was actually like the manager. I remember the last episode. The manager, I think another one member of the coaching staff, this month they had to, they'll get, they'll shut the fans up. Like they'll go into that section and tell them to shut the hell up. Like, and actually, it was actually pretty close to that scenario. They was walking up. I think to like the locker and stuff like that. Get ready for the start. And Justin Langer, man, there was a fan shouting abuse towards him or towards the team. Dude stood there, looked at the fan. I'm like, yo, I'm like, curse his ass out. I'm like, get him, coach. No, he just looked at him. Then he had to walk off. He had to be the bigger man. He had to be the bigger man. Um, so day one wasn't a good start. It was not a good start for Australia. The Bammy Army. And that's what some of the British fans were referring to him as the Bammer Army. You know, Barmy, Bama Army, whatever. Steve Smith. So you guys know Steve Smith. He was suspended for ball tampering and all that. He was good, very very good. I think that was really the first time we really seen how good Steve Smith was and how good Steve Smith is. Like he hit his first 100 since the ban. Really, really good to see. Um, so shout out to that man Steve Smith, absolute player for Australia. So yeah, I was really happy about that. Pretty good ovation, especially by the Australian players and the fans there. So I was pretty happy about that. I was pretty happy to see Steve Smith there. Um, yeah, like I said, the England fans. I think they're leaving the game and they're getting back on like the bus, and the England fans just continuing abuse like after pregame, during the game, and after game. This guy just fans, like I think they was leaving like the hotel or the building wherever they're staying, like going back to the buses, and just have England fans just out there, just like just straight verbal abuse. But the good thing was the Australian players they was getting a bit of a laugh from it because Sunny's fans they was looking real stupid. Sunny's fans were looking real stupid, but it was good to see they was actually getting a bit of a laugh from it. So that was good to see. It's good to see the players were getting some comedy from it, you know. And then you know, a quick little trivia because I was watching. I'm like, how many overs are in a test match? 90 overs in a test match. That's a lot. Test matches are like Daniel, like a week long, stuff like that. And personally, I can't really sit through a test match. I prefer like the ODIs, just the 1 day internationals or the T20s. But I prefer just the 1 days. The 1 days for me, that's smooth. You know, get get the game done that 1 day, how it should be, and move on to the next game. That's just me. Um, and then the Ashes. The Ashes were pretty close, man. This is two fierce rivals, a lot of bragging rights on the line, a lot of trash talking, like And then, guys, remember, England did beat Australia in the World Cup last year. I mean, they didn't beat them like in the final, but England did go on and beat. I think it was India or Pakistan in the final. I think it was Pakistan in the final. But they did beat Australia in one game during the World Cup. Steve Smith had another back-to-back hundred. Like I said, man, him and Steve Smith was getting it done. Steve Smith was getting it done, and you kind of need that from like a star player, especially players who was out for a ban, and for him to come in, step up, be amazing, be awesome. It's really good to see. Really good to see Steve. Shout out Steve Smith, not for cheating, but just being a good player, being a very good player. And then we also did learn a bit more about Nathan Lyon. I did. He doesn't throw fast, and then I think for me, I always like bowlers and pitchers. I always think of pitchers in baseball as like you ain't got to throw gas. I'm gas. I mean, you don't got to throw fast, but in baseball, guys are throwing 90, 99 miles per hour, damn near 100, and it doesn't always if you can't control where the pitch should be. In cricket, and I was watching Lion. Lion doesn't really throw fast either, but just but just how his control, how he does it, without really being a power. We guys just gonna overthrow you. That's good to see, man. Very, very good to see. Very, very good to see. And like I said, you don't have to be the fastest guy or best hitter. You ain't got to throw the fastest, but just being able to just being great, man. So shout out to Nathan Lyon. Now we get to Marcus. So we did learn more about Marcus. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marnus. I'm so sorry, Marnus. Marnus. Uh, Labish change. Labish, yeah. Fuck that. I'm not gonna pronounce that. But we did learn more about Marnus. Also, shout out Tim Payne. We did finally see Tim Payne. We did finally did see Tim Payne. You guys know Tim Payne is the captain of the Test cricket. So that's why we didn't really see him because they was competing in in ODIs and all that last couple episodes. But we did see Marnus. We learned more about. I think Marnus is one of my funny guys, man. Mars is pretty cool. They be on Mars' ass, but Mars is like Steve Smith. They sleep, eat, breathe. They love cricket. And Steve and then Mars and Steve became pretty good friends. You just when you were playing with one of the best bowlers best batsmen on the team, man. You try to soak up as much information as you can. Try to just study him, see how he works and all that. But it's just funny how they are on Martin's butt. They're on Martin's butt, and we will get to Mars later on. But so you're good friends. Highlight notes. Test match 2 because like I said, Australia did win the first one test match, so they're 1-0. That Lords, as you guys know, Lords home of cricket, and I was watching the inside. Man, they have all these famous portraits of just famous paintings, portraits of it. That was really, really cool. You guys know I do like art. Your boy likes his art. So that was really cool. The first day, it was a rain delay. So Rockstar Mitch, my boy, I think it's Mitchell Marsh, Shout out to my guy, man. Hey, Rockstar Mitch, keeping you guys entertained and all that. That was really cool. Thought that was very, very cool. And plus, you do kind of need those players, just the funny guys, who still perform and do their job at the same time. You know, they get to step back from cricket and just have fun. So it's pretty cool. Jofra Archer. Now let me get to this, man. Jofra Archer. This dude, oh my. First time seeing him, I may have to react to him, but first time seeing him, and oh my gosh, this dude right here. I'm talking about he was, ugh, ugh, straight nasty. Coming at the Australian batsman. He actually hit Steve Smith in the arm. And actually, Steve Smith could barely move his arm. You can see we was trying to hit, and it wasn't really great. He did get a couple hits, but it wasn't really good. But Joffrey just kept coming at him, coming at him. And then Steve Smith actually just hit in the face. And we have seen a couple of I think we have reacted to a video of bad injuries and all that, of players getting hit in the face. And also I didn't know someone who's on the Australian team, Hughes, Hughesy. He actually passed away, which is very, very, very sad. I'm not sure what his first. I forgot to get his first name, but it was pretty sad to see that a player got hit in the face, and he actually sustained injuries which actually basically costed his life. Very, very sad. I saw that. And I think there's one or two players who actually did, who actually felt it could have been that, but good to see Steve Smith didn't become a casualty. But yeah, it just sucks, man. When I seen that, I was like, "Jeez, that sucks, man." Just awful, awful news to find out about Hughes, former Australian batsman. And then he did, and then Steve Smith, after he got in the face, he did go through concussion protocol. He did come back out, but obviously it wasn't that great. I did like the concussion rule. If players got concussions, and they can't play, please just take them out. Please just take them out. We don't want nobody just collapsing and stuff like that trying to play. If you can't play, please just take them out. And then Marnus, like I said, back to my man Marnus. He gets hit in the face too by Archer. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what's good with Joffrey Archer? Does he bowl like this just for real? What's good with this man? But he got up. He did have a solid performance. He tried his best, but I didn't really think it was gonna come back. He actually still got cheered though, man. It was pretty obvious. You can see that he was pretty devastated. I would have been devastated too. He hit the ball touched the ground, then the guy caught it. But the umpires, who I thought were god awful for judging that call as a catch, I don't know how. How? How was that a catch? It was so obvious. It was so obvious the ball touched the ground before he caught it. But so the test match ends up in a draw between Australia and England. But I think episode 8 we're gonna finish out the rest of the test matches. So looking forward to that. Yeah, man, just overall a very, very good episode. And then a lot of it, I think this episode was just resilience. It was just resilience, man. And I say that because you see Steve Smith getting booed, not just the team, but he's getting booed. Verbally abused, by the players, not by the fans. It's not easy coming back, especially from a whole Chin scandal and playing the way he played in his first couple of matches. That was really good. And then also all these guys got hit. And you guys remember last episode, 2 players did get injured, so all the Australian team. So it's cricket's a tough sport, man. Cricket's a tough sport. These balls. It's not always gonna be. You gotta protect. Try to protect yourself at all times if you can, possible, or move out the way, stuff like that. But I wouldn't want to bat against Jofra Archer. Let's just keep it like that. I wouldn't want to bat against Jofra Archer, but Yeah, check my notes, see if I missed anything else. But overall, that was really, really good episode. Just it was tough. And like I said, it was just tough finding out, about the player who died and all that. But just sucks. Just really, really sucks. But end of the day, gotta keep pushing. You just sucks. Just sucks. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed my review of episode 7. One more episode, man. One more episode of the test, man. Episode 8. I wonder if there is a season 2. I will be trying to see. If there is a season 2, yeah, then we can definitely get that started. But either way, you guys don't forget to like and sub. You guys comment down below your thoughts and reactions to this. See you guys later.